The Himalayas, they never stop amazing me, and for the right reasons. They are majestic, they have stunning views, and they look grand from every single aspect. And what better way to enjoy this part of India than in a car that's setting new benchmarks and a car that also satisfies the same adjectives. Guys, welcome back to 91 Wheels. My name is Bunny Punya and this is the all-new 6th generation C-Class that will go on sale in the Indian market very soon. I'm sure you will agree with me, at least in terms of design, the C-Class looks majestic, it looks stunning and grand in the way it carries the 3-pointed star, and grand in the way it will carry forward the C-Class legacy in the Indian car market. Now for the Indian market, this one will be offered in 3 engine options, 1 petrol and 2 diesel, and happy to report we will be driving the most potent of the lot, the 300D. We are at the base of the hills around Dehradun and the plan is to experience, drive and enjoy this car for the entire day so that we can give you our verdict on the new C-Class. Now the Himalayas can be utterly peaceful and a perfect place to unwind, relax and be comfortable, and even the C-Class is no different. We are in the diesel version and I have a sound meter with me. I'm sitting at the back seat, the engine is on, the AC is on, and look at the sound levels at the back. They're possibly gonna go under 40 dB. The new C-Class is now into its 6th generation, and at the event, Mercedes-Benz displayed all the previous 5 generation models. A dedicated video is already live on our channel. Now the new C-Class indeed is all new. The blue shade you see here carries the design that will be common to the C200 petrol and the C220 diesel. This new model, it's longer and wider than the outgoing version, but it's not just about the bigger footprint but the new design theme. For instance, the sharper lamps, a new grille and a sportier bumper makes it look so fresh. However, for me, the rear of the C-Class is what stands out. The new C gets sharper and longer tail lamps, and these look fabulous. The white C-Class you see here is the 300 diesel variant. It gets multiple differentiating elements including these well-crafted 18-inch AMG alloy wheels, a different grille, side body skirts and different LEDs for the headlamps. It also seems to sit lower and looks sexy too, right? Now before I get to the important driving part, let me show you the cabin first. Now the previous generation C-Class, the code name W204, that came to India in 2014, that's a long time. So yes, over the years, prospective owners were waiting for a generation change, and here it is. The interiors are all new and it won't be wrong to say they are more like the S-Class. So yes, this is somewhat like a baby S-Class in the way the interiors look like, especially this part of the console. Now a lot of things go in favor of the C-Class from a person's perspective, from a driver's perspective. I'm sure in the last few months you have seen ample images of the exteriors and the cabin, but how do they feel and look when you spend a quality time for a full day with the car on the inside? For starters, I'm a big fan of the steering wheel. It's flat bottom and it's got twin spokes on either ends, and these buttons, they allow you to control a lot of functions for both the DG console as well as the touchscreen infotainment system over here. So for this screen you have controls on the left side and for this one on the right side, and of course this is DG, and the kind of information on offer, the kind of things you can control from the screen means that this complete area is devoid of buttons. There are just a few buttons over here for the hazard light or for switching onto the sport mode and the eco mode, but apart from that it's a clean design. Of course your cup holders come in over here, your wireless charging comes over here, and if you want you can
close this and just give the sense of clean, pure design coming in. I love to use these words for the C-Class. This part of the fascia is a bit different for the C300D as compared to the other two engine options. More space under your armrest, and this whole area, this whole central console basically is enclosed, it's closed. So you do feel cocooned in a very, very good manner. Space-wise, I stand 6 feet tall. Currently, from my visibility point of view, the seat can still go down lower. From my visibility point of view, I have about an inch of space left over here. And ergonomics, design-wise, view-wise, it definitely scores high marks in my books. Apart from that, Merc is known for the ambient lights, and this is no different. Sadly, we haven't experienced the car, this one, in dark conditions, but by the images and the press videos that we have, definitely ambient lights, they look fantastic, phenomenal. Apart from that, the MBUX allows you to basically store 7 different profiles. So if different people in the family are going to be driving the car, their seat adjustment, the kind of climate control settings, everything can be stored through a few touches on the screen right away. But the C-Class is not only about the space and the feel on the front seat, but also about the rear ones. Remember, the wheelbase has gone up significantly. There is more space at the back. How much more? Let's go there. Now, for starters, I've placed the seat for a person of my height, 6 feet tall. So in case your driver or someone who's going to be driving the car is as tall as me, this is the kind of space you get at the back for an equally tall person. But I think in most cases, the driver is going to be shorter than me, and even the owner might be shorter than me. So yeah, space wise, it's sorted. It's a longer wheelbase, so you have more space in the C-Class as compared to the outgoing version. However, the central transmission tunnel, it's pretty high, so this is more of a proper 4-seater. For the 300D, the one we are driving right now, owners can pick from 2 interior color combinations. We are in the second option, which is a dual tone mix of sienna brown and black. Looks good in my opinion. Also, a few touches which will definitely be of appealing to the customer. For example, these floating type glossy black finish panel on the door pads. They look different, they look nice. At the same time, you also have these pockets at the back which you can pull and they retract back. So good to keep your phone or your magazines or your papers. You have your AC vents coming in, and of course a generous armrest which also houses something you can use to place your iPad or your phone in over here. The sun blinds are manual, a panoramic sunroof, so visibility is sorted. It's not the best I've seen in sedan so far, the kind of visibility from the rear seat, but it's not bad at all. So if you're upgrading yourself from a smaller sedan or a compact SUV, this one definitely will seem very, very impressive. So front seats done, the second row done. What about the boot space? Let's go there. Now, the boot of the new C-Class has gone down by approximately 25 liters, I think, as compared to the older version. But look at this, we have 2 night stallers, we have 3 small handbags, we have the big camera bag, we have a space saver, and even then ample space left for possibly 1 more night staller. But there is something I want to show you as a party trick. If you want more space, you press these buttons on the either ends, and the rear seats, they fold down like this.
If you happen to leave the windows and sunroof open, and if it starts raining, the C-Class will automatically close all of these. Now I straight want to come to the driving part of the 300D. On paper, it's got a 2000cc turbo diesel engine belting out 265 bhp of power. That's insane for a 2000cc engine. More than that, you have ample torque, 550 Nm, and for the 6th generation, this one has got a mild hybrid setup. It does help the engine a lot. In terms of power, you can have as much as 20 extra bhp, thereby taking the maximum power to 285 bhp. But most importantly, hear me out, the extra torque is as much as 200 Nm. So collectively, you can expect as much as 750 Nm, 750 Nm from a 2000cc turbo diesel is unheard of. The result, this is damn quick for a diesel sedan, with the company claiming under 6 seconds for the 0 to 100 run. Okay, so we will be using a GPS device right over here. The app is in my phone. I'll reset this. I'll be in the sport mode on an empty stretch of road, seeing how quick this 300D really is. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh god, this is quick. 60, 80.
100.
Okay, we'll slow down. That was really quick. Let me see the timings on the app. Again, these are not speedo indicator, but actual GPS speeds coming on your screen. Okay, the first run 7.2 seconds for the 100 and 3.7 for the 60. Remember, this is high altitude. We are approximately at 3000 feet above mean sea level, and usse farak padta hai 3000 feet mean sea level se upar. We'll do one more run. Let's see if we can improve this. All right, so one more run in sport mode. Let's see if the timings are improved or not.
100.
Let's slow down. Hazards on. Yes, 6.75 seconds for 0 to 100 and 3.3 for 60. Again, we are at 3000 feet above mean sea level, so at a lower altitude 6 seconds is possible. But it's not only about performance but also about efficiency. Partly thanks to the 7-speed automatic gearbox, the claimed economy is now over 20 kmpl. So it's bonkers in terms of performance, yet it's very efficient when you want it to be. Been driving it since morning. From a driver's perspective, yes, you have so much performance, so much punch available on tap, but if you want to just laze around, be in the comfort mode or the eco mode, you want to laze around, the gearbox, suspension, the way the engine behaves, everything just gives you a sense of being cocooned in luxury. Life goes by very easily. You can enjoy your car being chauffeur driven at the back, or you want to enjoy your lazy Sunday outing with your family or your wife, anyone. That is supremely possible. At the same time, there is a wilder side of the 300, and you don't really need to use the sport mode for that. Of course, if you do that, it becomes even crisper, but without the sport mode, with the help of your paddle shifters, the drive is enjoyable. Sedans, especially those which are luxury and geared towards comfort, they are sometimes not the best in terms of your excitement levels, but this one does it, and in the process it sounds good as well. Talking of sound, the overall NVH levels are fabulous, which I showed you in the starting of the video. Road noise, wind noise, tire noise, the outside world remains outside, and this has been something that Mercedes cars have been known for generations. The kind of peace you get on the inside. You're coming back from a day-long meeting in the office, you are mentally drained, you are sitting at the backside, you want to be in a peaceful environment for your own solitude. Yes, the C-Class does that very well. Now back to the engine, it remains smooth and the diesel sound is not intrusive, but of course when you want to go fast, you want to overtake traffic, it does make itself audible like this. But again, it's smooth, it's nice in that way. Steering wheel, well, like most Merc offerings, it's on the lighter side. So this is one car you can actually give to your wife to drive it in urban conditions because of the visibility factor, the light controls, the peppy engine, responsive engine. It's a good car to be driven by all kind of drivers in most driving conditions. I need to make a mention of the ISG, the integrated starter generator. This is the reason why when the engine starts back to life in starts for traffic, you have the idle start stop for saving that extra amount of fuel, and when the engine kicks back to life, it is butter smooth. You don't even realize it's coming back to life, and that's supremely surprising for a diesel motor. So again, these things go a long way in ensuring that the price you pay for a 3-pointed star, it is completely justified. Now the 300D, as compared to the other two engine options, this one comes with taller 18-inch alloy wheels. Yeah, the side profile is not very generous for Indian conditions, and when driven alone in the comfort mode, usually for most kind of driving situations and most kind of tarmacs that we encounter today, is not an issue. But it's not really very comfortable. For that, you have the other two engine options with the 17-inch alloy wheels and a slightly taller sidewall. So that definitely helps. But don't get me wrong, in terms of your dynamics, changing lanes, it's sorted. Most broken tarmac undulations are taken off with ease, and I'm very sure that with a load of more passengers, that will become even better. Talking of which, the 300D comes with a body kit and it is on the lower side. This is a low sedan, so do keep in mind that big speed breakers or massive undulations, that's something that you have to be careful with the C300D. I'll do one thing now. I'll leave tarmac, I'll search for a forest trail, and that is where I want to talk to you about the verdict. I want to end the video and give my summary on the C-Class. So time to find a forest trail and take the vehicle there. In spite of these tall alloy wheels and a low profile, the ride off the road is not that bad. Now today is the 7th of May and the pricing for the new C-Class is not out as of now. But everything else about the C-Class we do know, and most of it I have shared with you as well. It's grown up in size, it tries to ape the S-Class, supremely comfortable, 3 engine options including the clean, potent and efficient 300D. Yes, the pricing will go up as compared to the older C-Class, but then you also get more car for your money. Just be prepared to wait for a long waiting period for the C-Class. But apart from that, if you're looking this as your first luxury car, or if you're looking for one more Mercedes in your family, this is definitely worth the money and worth the waiting period.